I'm Stephanie with the City of Austin Watershed Protection. I'm going to be talking about how to find a fossil of a seashell. When I take my students hiking and we're looking along the forest floor, my students usually get really excited when they find their first shells. But often their first shells are going to be garden snails who've died recently. It can look very similar to the fossils that we're looking for. They can have similar shapes and sizes, but a major difference is, when you have a dead garden snail versus a fossil is how light it is. The dead garden snails are going to be so light it feels like maybe a piece of popcorn. Compare that then to an actual fossil of the seashell and you can see how much heavier it's going to be. It's going to feel as heavy as a rock because it has turned into a rock. Now, the reason that we're looking for fossils is because that can tell us about the conditions of ancient Texas. Around 90 million years ago, Texas in the center of the United States was actually covered with an ancient ocean. So when we look for fossils, we're going to find fossils of sea creatures. And so we're going to be finding some snails are very common, clams are really common. And although right now we can't really go to the parks, even if you look around where you live, you might be able to find some. I actually found this ammonite fossil in my garden. I found this clam fossil in a backyard in Pflugerville. Sometimes people make jewelry with fossils. This is a little ammonite necklace. And even building materials are sometimes made with fossils. So look around and see what you can find. And that's why we're looking for a fossil of a seashell. For additional educational materials, go to austintexas.gov/watershed/youth ed.